There is a shift happening, and it's happening on December 21st, 2020. December 21st is the winter solstice. So typically there's always shift on that day, but particularly astrologically, there's even more shift, which is creating a whole different energetic for the planet. Now, I want to talk about a little bit about what that is, because I learned that through a video on YouTube. But also, like, how do we get ready? How do we get ready for that shift or any shift that's happening? Because honestly, we are in the middle of a great shift that's happening in the history of this planet and humanity. It's called the Great Awakening. And so during this Great Awakening, there are portals of times when the energy is shifting even more. And the earth is aligning in a certain way so that we receive high frequency energetics. Today, I'm going to talk about that number one thing that you can do to be really ready for this big shift that's happening on December 21st. Hey, this is Rebecca. We are remembering our greatness together. We're going to dive in today about all this energy shift that's happening and coming up on the 21st of December. So what I learned recently, and I am no expert on astrology whatsoever, but what I did learn is that Saturn and Jupiter are going conjunct. And I don't know exactly what that means, if they're like that means they're in alignment or whatever, but they're doing something out in the ethers, and they're aligning in a certain way that creates a certain dynamic for the 21st. And supposedly Jupiter is supposed to have a very jolly energy when we come into Jupiter. And this was with the sidereal astrology. And Jupiter was coming in all jolly, but with Saturn is a little bit more structured, let's get things done type of thing. The jolliness kind of is subdued a little bit. And what is most important to know is that it's setting up an energetic, not just for that day, not just for the month, but actually several years. So whatever Jupiter and Saturn are doing, it's really setting up an energetic for us to make plans, goals, and tune in to something we want to focus on and manifest and actualize. And the energy that's going to be created from the 21st on is that we're going to really be able to actualize this important thing in our lives. So yay. So time to get clear on what our soul purpose is and what we feel really called to do. No more lollygagging in the ethers and playing around things that aren't of our truest nature. So December 21st is really asking of us to go deep within. It's cave time, right? It's, winter time. It's hibernation time. It's time to really go within. Tune in to what that soul calling is. What are you going for in the next few years that is super in alignment with source energy, with your vortex, with your lightest sense of being? And then coming out of cave time, you want to start making steps, okay? Targets or goals. I don't really work with goals because life is so like this lately, but you can try to make targets. With Saturn really aligning this way, it's going to be important to try to have a trajectory, have a little bit of a plan, have those little targets to meet so that you really can actualize. So we're coming into this really great time of manifesting and actualizing something that's really true to you. Now, I wanted to say, what main tool could you use? Now, in the Great Awakening, your greatest tool is your awareness. And that's true for this day of December 21st. So anytime there is alignment happening and there's energetics coming in, it's not just happening on that day. As I said, from the 21st on for the next several years, this energetic is going to be happening. But it's also happening before the date too. So whenever an energy is lighting up, we're feeling the energy before the actual time. In August, I mentioned that with the Lionsgate portal that happens on August 8th every year. But there's a huge window, right? It goes from July 23rd, I think, to August 18th. And you have this huge window that you get to feel the ripples of this portal. And so it's the same thing with anything that's aligning up. So in this great awakening, just be ready to be living your life moment to moment, consciously with your awareness. And when I say your awareness, I mean your awareness, not the other guys on YouTube, not the presidents, not the person channeling whoever else. I'm talking about your awareness. That is the biggest tool right now in the Great Awakening and for any portal of energy or alignment of energy that's coming through. Our next one is coming up with the 21st of December, right? But honestly, in the Great Awakening, we're always receiving some really high frequency energetics that are popping us awake, and that's because the Earth is in alignment right now with the photon belt, and it puts us in alignment with a certain energetic and really allows this great awakening for people to pop open and remember who they really are, right? Energetics, vibration, having a human experience, having a denser human experience. So whether we're awaiting December 21st or we are just living in the Great Awakening, awareness is key. And the other thing I want to mention is that you are an infinite being. You are source energy. So you are source and you are a creation force. So also I want to talk about giving our energy or giving our power away to planets, or giving our power away to, the government, or giving our power away to forms and structures. Guys, with this shift right now that's happening, forms and structures are changing. We've seen that all year long, right? With how the Me Too movement and the Black Lives Matter movement and the political things that are happening. Forms and structures are breaking down. Truth is being revealed. Light is being shown on certain things with child trafficking and stuff like that. Like, this is huge, guys. We're shedding the light on things. The truth will be revealed. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And yeah, we come into some powerful days or shift in astrology, but we do not have to be the effect of them all the time. Okay, we are not victims to everything that's happening out here. We are actually creation forces. So as you hear about planets shifting and astrology doing this and forms and structures doing this, sit here knowing that you're part of that creation, that you're creating it. You're a part of the creation force that's actually creating this movement and this energetic. You are that. So you're not the effect of it. You are actually creating it. So it's really important to get that you are source energy and that you are the creation force that comes out of source and focuses energy to create. Right? And just because it's in a solar system outside the Earth doesn't mean that you're not responsible for creating that. So if it's in your universe, if it's in your reality, you are creating it on some level. Now, I know that's a kind of a lot to manage in our like 3D minds here, but it's true. You are holographic creation of you, like source energy through you, as you, by you. So as we hear about all these shifts of energy, you are the current that's creating it. So all you really need to do is tune into yourself at source and be aware of where you feel guided. Tuning into your alignment of source and say, what do I want to be creating? Oh yeah, this is where I want to be. Oh, this is my vortex. This is my lightest state of being. And choose what's in alignment with that energy. That's really all you need. I mean, yeah, it's fun to know that there's bursts of energy or there's planets aligning and stuff like that. So we're like, oh, that's why I feel this. But if you are living moment to moment and 100% committed to consciousness, you will know moment to moment what's next, how to live, what's next, how to live, next choice, next possibility, next choice. Oh, awareness, possibility, choice. And so, as a creation force, that's what you do, and that's how you create. And the collective is starting to ask for things, is starting to create in certain ways, and we're that powerful to be switching up the universe. I don't know. It makes sense to me. It does seem a little like, wow, but it's true. It's true. So there's stories in the middle of our concentric circles. And then we go out here. We go into the psychological realm. We go out into the spiritual realm. And then we go out into the source realm, right? And we live in these concentric circles. Just because the story is out of this world doesn't mean it's not something we didn't create on of our reality. So, the planets aligning is a story. Earth wanting to have a 5D reality is a story. Light ETs wanting to help us ascend is a story. Law of attraction is a story. So all of it's a story. Here we are playing in the story. And, the story I like to look at as a play or a movie. And we get to hire the actors and the actresses, and we go to the locations and, all that. So all that's happening here. And then we go out into these outer rings to try to understand why this was created or how this was created. And we want to remember, because when we're in the story, we forget. And that's what this channel's all about. It's about remembering. Because, as we embody into these physical forms, we get swiped. We get swiped clean, and we forget. We forget the greatness that we are. We forget. And that's what this awakening process is all about. It's about remembering. Remembering that you are a powerful creation force that moves planets, creates air, that has the planet. It's mind-blowing how powerful we are. And getting us all together as a collective force focused on a certain thing that it wants to actualize, that's a really powerful creation force. So, I digress, but what do we really need for December 21st, 2020 is our commitment to living 100% conscious moment to moment and being committed to our own awareness. And I say accent own, because someone else's awareness is not yours. So, so many times you see it with self-help books, do this diet. This is what worked for me. And then you go try it and you don't have the exact results because they were working from their awareness and you need to work from your awareness. So, would you be willing to own and trust and have your own awareness? Then you're ready. Then you're ready to fly through any holographic creation you create through all universes as source, by source, through source, as you powerful creation force you are. So as we go into these holiday seasons, energies, dreams start percolating, things we want to manifest. Tune into that. Be aware. What makes you just light up, and go for that. And somehow we all created, and you created the planets to align to really manifest and actualize something really big for you in the next few years. So ride with that energy, because that is what you we're part of creating. So beautiful people, let me know how this lands for you, and let me know what you know about December 21st. I'd love to hear it. And just know you are not the effect of everything. You are the cause of everything. Oh my God. Yes, yes, you, infinite, beautiful, powerful being. All right, beautiful one. Stay connected. Stay conscious. Remember who you are. And let your awareness guide you. And if you feel like your awareness is being hijacked by something, tune into that, because that's definitely a possibility as well. Because if you are an activated light worker and you are bright, 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 there are other energies that want to try to kind of dampen your light, and they don't want you to be as powerful of a creator as they know you can be. So tune in, just get all that garbage energy out of the way and just say, I'm tuning in as a sovereign being to source, at source, as me, through me, by me. That's what I do. And then I just go, and anything else can just fly away. That's what I'm tuning into and connecting to. That's what I'm creating from. Source. That's really important, because there are a lot of agendas as this planet starts really raising her frequency. There's a lot of other agendas too, so which you probably created too. So just be aware, because sometimes we grow out of some of our guides and some of the people, the entities and energies that are creating with us. Sometimes we expand past them energetically, and it's time to say bye. Thank you so much, but bye. I really want my sovereign connection with source, and to be really clear with the energy that I'm creating with. So, all right, beautiful being. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being in the tribe. I am grateful for you. I'm grateful for your presence here. Let me know in the comments who you are, how this landed with you, and what you know about December 21st. Namaste.